In today's video, we are checking out Myst Survival, a game that you can find under £9 here in the UK, and a game that has recently changed quite a lot since the 5.0 update. So if you are in fact actually a new player or a returning player to this game, then this video might be interesting to you. I will leave a link to the Steam store page where I got this game from, but as a disclaimer, I am not associated with the devs. I do not get any kickback for this, any royalties or etc. So you don't have to worry about my overall opinion on this video. It is my honest thoughts, feelings and opinions, because I have no motive to do otherwise. So what is Myst Survival? As the name will suggest, it's an open world survival game with strategy elements, zombies and bandits. The aim of the game is to try and survive and become as lucrative as possible when doing so. There is looting and crafting elements as well as building bases. The player can also take on bandit camps in order to rescue NPC survivors or even a dog called Leo. The open world is rather big, and as you navigate it, in the early days definitely you must try to avoid the bears and the wolves, and I would say within the first week you want to try and find all the car parts, so you've got a working vehicle just to make travel a lot faster, because on foot your character will lose energy levels, he will suffer from fatigue, and also if you've got too much stuff you can also weigh too much and not be able to run, which doesn't just make you lunch for the local wildlife but also the zombies at night and during the Myst event, where the whole of the open world gets covered in a mist and zombies are way more active. I think these zombies are more based on something like I Am Legend, where they stay away from the sunlight. In fact, if one of the zombies do actually chase you out into the open, you will see it visually start burning. However, in the current build of the game, it doesn't seem like it actually does any damage to the zombies, because I actually built a fence around one and left it cooking for an entire day in-game, and it did not die from it, so I'm guessing it does literally no damage. Maybe when this game gets out of early access, that might actually translate from an aesthetic to an actual in-game mechanic. In the early days of playing the game, you will have to be active in order to find resources, making sure that you got plenty of fluids and also food. However, there are plenty of resources around the map, so it's just a matter of going out and exploring and finding the best locations to loot. What I particularly do like about this game is that you can change your playstyle, because when I first played in an earlier build of the game, back in like late 2019, before weapon attachments became available, before crafting of bullets became available, I played it in somewhat of a fortify way, where I built a massive base and played it that way. I literally had all the resources I needed to stay alive indefinitely. I had all the base stuff that I needed and had all the essential equipment. However, this time around, because I already did that on the previous map, because this is a new map, the new map was introduced after that 5.0 update, I decided to become more of a scavenger of the land, because I quickly realized that there was actually more resources, more bullets scattered around the map, and it seemed like there was more looting opportunities, well, in the areas that were finished. I say finished, but the more polished, more put together parts. I don't think any part of this game is completely finished yet, and that is because there is a single developer actually working on this game. This is not a full team of developers working on this game, which does mean that updates and bug fixes do come very slowly. You will find a lot of areas that are a work in progress. You will come across a lot of bugs in this game. You will phase through walls, you will get stuck in them. Your save can get corrupted where you end up being stuck in a floor, or when you do load up your save, parts of the map don't load in, which leaves you vulnerable to the zombies. In the Old West, this is kind of a situation that you don't want to get yourself into, because that's where the tougher zombies actually are. The most annoying bugs though that I came across was with the AI bandits. I've experienced in some locations them actually teleporting, being invincible and the hit detection not working even when sniping them in the head. They can literally see you through every object, and once you trigger them and get into combat with them, they will continue to fire and fire and fire even if you're not in their line of sight. So this means sometimes when you peek, you get shot at straight away. In the beta map and the new map, the bandits literally have no chill. In the old beta map, you would literally be 300 meters away from the sniper and he would still be able to kill you. However, the whole game you can be be kind of stealthy with, even with the zombies, and you can sneak up on them and get a one-shot kill. However, the AI is not great, guys. Just keep that in mind, and you do need a shield if you are attacking the zombies, because they do actually interrupt your attack. Well, that is if you don't want to waste your ammo and you want to go physical attacks. I do recommend that you only start using guns on the zombies once you actually have a good supply of ammo, because there's nothing worse than running out of ammo when you're taking on bandits or when fighting the bigger, tougher, tentacle-style zombie, because that thing will rip you apart if you give it a chance. Fighting the zombies, you always want to get up high, but just not from on top of a bus, because, well, I learned that mistake. The zombies must be learning how to climb now, so be wary. When you die in this game, you actually lose a lot of the stuff that you're carrying, and also your base gets raided. It's usually the good stuff that gets taken as well, so before going into a new area or before going to fight some zombies or bandits or whatever, you definitely want to save your game before doing so. This means if something goes wrong or shit hits the fan, you have a save that you can fall back onto if stuff goes wrong, which it will. Believe me, in this game it will go wrong. If not your own fault, some bugs will cause some issues. Let's just leave it as that. Okay, so let's now talk about my top tips for actually surviving the game and what you want to do. Pencils are actually really valuable, guys. Do not do what I did and totally dismiss them for a couple of days in game. Unlike the previous version of the game, you can actually use a map now by pressing the K key. You can then use your pencils to draw your current location, which is going to help you navigate the map a lot easier. Immediately when going into the game, I recommend going to a populated area, such as the community, or maybe the Old West. This will be a little bit more challenging for a new player. The reason why I say this is because you want to get some decent guns. When you search the community, you will find a revolver, and you will find also a double-barrel shotgun. The revolver will be in the general store, and the double-barrel shotgun will be in the barn. There is a house in that area that has plenty of storage space, so you want to go ahead and use that to your advantage. Use that as your base as you loot, and also utilize saves. Once you've got enough things to make sure that you don't die of thirst and hunger, and you've got enough ammo stored up, then you want to go over to the radio station area and tackle the bandit camp near there. There is a bandit camp also at the community area, although you don't want to take that one on straight away. The first bandit camp that you do want to take on is the radio station one, because not only do you get access to Leo, so you're not lonely during the apocalypse and you've got a pet, but there's a watchtower next to it that will give you access to the best assault rifle in the game, and the bandit camp itself, once you take it down, you will gain access to the hunting rifle, which will make every other engagement a lot easier. For me personally, what I would do is I'd go to the community first, get the double barrel shotgun, then head to the old radio station, which you can actually see from the community if you look in the opposite direction to where the church is. Then go to the watchtower and get the best assault rifle, use the double barrel shotgun to clear the camp next to it, get the hunting rifle and Leo, and then head to the Old West to get a better sight for your assault rifle. Then from that point onwards, you can decide which way you want to play it, if you want to live off the land, or you want to go ahead and build a massive base and get all the equipment that you possibly can, a car and etc. This game currently sits in a weird state, however, because you can actually go on Steam's beta function, so really in theory there are two maps that are playable. You can go back in time and play the old map too, as well as the newer map. I haven't decided which one I like the most, but I do recommend that you go back to the beta map, maybe after playing the new map, because that version of the game does actually offer boss fights too. However, both maps in question are yet to be completed. They are both in an unfinished state. However, I do want to clarify that for one dev, it's actually impressive how much content is in this game. The UI I really like, the crafting system I really like. This game has a lot of promise and a lot of potential to be a really good game. Again, I want to stress that there is one dev working on it, but it is also incomplete. The new map that has replaced the old map isn't in any better state than the old map. I think if you're not a fan of survival games, then maybe hold out a little bit longer, see where this game progresses, especially because right now you will be driving or walking through unpopulated areas. It will seem kind of barren in places. Some of the houses and stuff as well seem to be copy and pasted or just slightly variations of the same thing. thing. I even see the same layout for one of the houses that I saw in Deathly Stillness, which was another game that was developed by one person. Overall, if you are curious about this game and like the current work that you see put into it, considering that it was one developer, maybe get this game when it's on sale. However, if you are a massive fan of the first-person survival horror, open world exploration, maybe this game has something to offer you. I've been keeping up to date with this game, like I said, in late 2019, and the game has actually slowly been improving. It's visually got a lot better too. It just needs some more optimization, performance enhancements, tweaks, bug fixes, and so on. So that is where my definitive opinion lies. It's a decent experience for the price that you pay, and given the amount of work that one developer has to do, but it also does need a lot of work. Anyway, that's going to do it for this video. If you enjoyed today's video, then please smash the like button. Also get subscribed to the channel if you are new. Don't forget that we do have a Discord community, and all the support for my videos would be much appreciated. It does take me a long time to do these videos because I do animation on top of it. Also, everything that you see on this channel is done by me. So as you would imagine, it does take a long time. With that said, thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next video.